And your dad.
No way.
Me put down $100 refundable deposit on the
on a Smart for Two.
Well, not just a normal Smart for Two.
All right, Dad, we are back. FindTheBestCarPrice.com/insider. Link down below. Continued sponsor. We appreciate them. Aggregating and give me another word.
Gathering information like squirrels gather nuts for the winter. We're talking about the manufacturer's nuts here once again. And, you know, all the nuts are in the incentives.
We're still invoicing for this one. Link in the description. Take a peek. FindTheBestCarPrice.com/insider. Yes. Also, continuing our free t-shirt giveaway. We announced winners on our last live stream. P.S. Probably going to do another live stream where we announce the next round of winners. That's news to my dad, but I'd really like to do one. The response was super positive. Yeah, I'm going to come visit. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that. I'm going to come visit. Anyway, comment down below to enter into the live stream. We had over 500 comments on the one video for a Kevin Hunter reaction. We got to get more than 500 comments on a video so that we can, really up the ante on who's going to win this t-shirt. Also, by now you've seen the Kevin Hunter reaction video, so there you go. If you comment some stuff, we actually listen. Now. Deep breaths on my end. What are we talking about today, Dad?
Well, Ford trying to commandeer the market of refundable deposits and make it seem like, well, they're pre-selling just a ton of the new Broncos that are coming out. Now, I don't know. I think they've said they've taken 190,000 deposits, okay,
yep,
at $100 a piece. They're refundable. So I think right now they're working with, what's that, $1.9 million of other people's money that they have on hand?
No, they're working with $19 million.
$19 million of other people's money. God bless them. I mean, this is like a short-term loan that you don't have to pay interest on.
Yeah. And this is a common practice in the automotive space, right? We saw Tesla do it. We saw Hummers doing it right now with their EV. I imagine it's happened in the past as well, right?
Oh, I remember when the Smart for Two, or as I like to refer to it as the not so Smart for Two, was coming to America. And they were doing the same thing where you could put down $100 refundable deposit to reserve your spot in line.
Please do not tell me.
And your dad.
No way.
Me put down $100 refundable deposit on
a Smart for Two.
Well, not just a normal Smart for Two. I did it for the Smart for Two convertible. Because I thought, what wouldn't be better than, I don't know, dying with the top down when you get crushed between an 18-wheeler and a Suburban.
What did Mom say to you when you did that? What? Are you serious?
Well, I let me share one thing with you about being married. You don't
tell your wife everything?
You don't always tell your spouse everything that you do. My thought behind all this was that I thought perhaps...
This is fantastic, Dad. You've never told me this.
Yeah, life advice. The thought was that I thought that perhaps the Smart for Two, when it first came out, would be popular, and that people would be rushing to get one. Especially in the Southwest, a convertible. And so I put down a $100 deposit to reserve my space in line to be able to get a convertible, because I thought, well, I'd be able to sell my spot in line to make money. I wasn't really doing it so that I could be the one that got the convertible. I was.
This makes me feel better.
Yeah, I was just thinking that I would sell my spot in line. And I didn't. I just got my deposit back. But yeah, because I looked at the Smart for Two, and I've appraised Smart for Twos. And we sold a couple of them, believe it or not, as pre-owned cars, and they're just absolutely frightening to be in, because they're really so tiny, and you think to yourself, this roll cage, I mean, what the hell is it made out of that it could actually protect you? Because all I keep thinking is, well, when I drove from Ventnor to Maryland on Thursday, last Thursday, I kept thinking, I'm driving my Mini, and I'm just surrounded by like 18-wheelers throwing spray onto my car because it was pouring. And I'm thinking, well, shit, if I get crushed between two of those, that's probably not a good thing. But it would be an even worse thing if you got crushed between two of them if you were in a Smart for two. And I just have to think that at that very instant that it's happening to somebody, they're going, this wasn't really a Smart for two. This wasn't smart for one. It wasn't smart at all.
You're morbid, man, but that's so true. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So Ford is basically doing the same thing. They're saying, they're encouraging people, put down a reservation. Okay, it's refundable. We'll work with your money for however long it takes before you decide, A, you either want your money back, or B, you actually end up buying the car that we're building. Yeah. So, from their perspective, it's a great way to raise capital that they can use without having to pay any interest on it. Even though interest rates are low, zero interest is even better interest. So
maybe we should be doing something like this, Dad. Like we should come up with, for our merch or for the browser extension or something like that. It's like, put down a deposit. I mean, it's going to be free, so that's actually a bad example. But like, still, give us $100. That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Just give us a refundable $100 deposit to work with for, I don't know, commit for 2 or 3 years. That's all we're asking.
Crazy. Do you like this practice by manufacturers? Like, I guess it drums up interest and activity and stuff like that. Well, you get some good press releases like, hey, we sold out all of our reservations for the Hummer EV, but I don't know. I wonder how you feel about the practice.
I think from a public relations standpoint, it does is it allows them to say, look at all the interest that we have in this vehicle that'll be coming out. There's 190,000 people that have already given us money to reserve one of these. Okay, this is going to be hot. And so it encourages other people to jump on the bandwagon and to put down a deposit. So yes, from a public relations standpoint, I can see where it makes sense. From the customer standpoint, I don't know how many of those 190,000 reservations are actually going to turn into sales, but I would imagine some of the ones that are in the beginning of the list are going to take their reservation and sell it to somebody who really wants it, and make a profit off of it. By the way, you haven't mentioned a thing about the nice sweatshirt that your sister and your future brother-in-law got for me. He is at least an honest-to-God Pitt graduate. You, unfortunately, are a Pitt dropout. And me, I'm the parent of a Pitt dropout. But I happen to love the Pitt script, the blue on the white. I think it's really a lovely sweatshirt.
No, I think you look great in it. I hope that it's keeping you warm. And in all honesty, I'm contemplating putting down a deposit so I can buy one of those myself.
Well, I think you should, but I think you should do it for your Auto Advocate merchandise. Actually, people could give us like a $10 deposit to encourage us to create your Auto Advocate hats.
Ooh. I'll set up the
and maybe
what's the crowd?
Maybe scarves for the winter.
Yes. What's the crowdfunding website or that website that Indiegogo? Is that what you use?
Indiegogo. Yes.
Coming soon. No, we're only teasing. We're only kidding.
Yes.
This is a strange but seemingly common practice in the automotive space. I never knew my dad wanted a Smart for 2, so I'm really glad that we filmed this video. And we'll see. We'll see 2-3 years from now how many of those Broncos people actually buy. I know that when the Jeep Gladiator came out, they had something similar to this. So, again, it's not going anywhere. It's going to stick around.
Hey, it's just, come on, it's a way to generate working capital that's free.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
Think about it.
I'm gonna go to the whiteboard after this and try and think how we can leverage that. That's genius.
Yeah, no. It's a great idea. I'm glad Ford did it because it gave us something to talk about.
All right, Pops. Appreciate your time like always.
My pleasure, handsome. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Yep, I love you too. Stay warm.
Yep. Bye-bye.